What's up, guys? It's Herb Wars, and welcome to my 100 subs Q&A. Alright. Okay, guys, so for my Q&A, I'm just gonna read off the questions. And the reason it took so long is I wanted to give some time for you guys to answer questions and whatnot. And I don't know how that camera looks, but I'm just gonna go with it. So, let me turn this down a little bit. I'm addicted to that Dragon Warrior game. I might do some gameplay footage of it, so be expecting that in the future. Okay, if you could own and play one game for each three of the new next-gen consoles, which game would it be, and why? For PS3, that'd be Little Big Planet, 360 Gears of War, and the Wii Super Smash Bros. And that was asked by today's villain, the one and only Comeback Kid. He asked me if I could add any retro system to my collection, what would it be? And that's the TurboGrafx Duo, just because I really want a TurboGrafx 16, but I also want the CD, so I might as well just go with the Duo. Nick Lazon asked, who is my favorite video game character and why? Obviously Mario. I grew up with him, and I guess that's enough said. Gentle Vader asked, which is the oldest game I remember playing, and that is Pong, because I never personally owned a Pong system, but I mean everybody in the world played Pong, so I'm guessing that's probably the oldest game I played. Skilltacular, do I find it hard to be awesome? No, I don't, and the reason I'm saying this, I don't want you guys to be like, wow, he's cocky. Everybody in the world's awesome in one way or another, and the best way to bring that out is just to be yourself, guys. So we're all awesome, and I said it. His other question is, what's my favorite video game Christmas memory? And that's going to have to be the year that for my brother, I have a really weird family life. Like, my brother helped raise me, my parents did, but my parents got divorced. So I live with my brother, and I lived with my dad when he was still alive. So like, yeah, I live with my dad and brother. It's really my brother's house, but it's my dad's, and I know it's just confusing. So my brother used to buy me Christmas stuff too, as if I was his own kid, which is why you always hear me talk about him, because he's kind of like my second dad. Enough said. But one year, probably like 5 years ago, he got me a Atari 2600, and I mean he got me like 80-something games for it. I mean I was in heaven, and I mean I also got PS3 games, PS2 games, Xbox games, and GameCube games, Game Boy Advance games, and then at the end of like an hour or two after Christmas, he asked me to go into the spare bedroom, and I went into there, and he told me to grab something out of the closet, like some crap he needed, and there sitting there was a box that said to Mark from Mike, or whatever. I didn't mean to throw his name out or my name, but my name's Mark, his name's Mike, whatever. So yeah, so I opened it up, and it was a Virtual Boy with 4 games, and it was an awesome Christmas, man. I was in heaven that whole day, and then I went to my mom's house, and I opened up all of her gifts, and had a stack of Xbox games, stack of GameCube games and stuff, and that was a great Christmas. His other question is classic desert island scenario. Which system? And you could take the full game library, and that would have to be the PS2. Reason is because the library is just so huge, and you know it's a pretty decent system. It's really great. 2 Days for Living asked, what's my favorite Disney movies and why? The Jungle Book, always been my favorite Disney movie, and also The Fox and the Hound. Okay, Iskillium asked me my top 3 favorite musicians or band groups, and that's Metallica's #1, System of a Down, and I guess Nickelback for the last. My man Buffalo 27 asks, what's my favorite Jaguar game? And since this is the favorite one that I own, I'm going to go with Doom. He asked, which system do I wish I still owned? I own all my systems, but for the longest time my brother kept his Game Gear, let me borrow it, and like he took it back about 6 months ago, or a couple months ago I gave it back to him, and so I got to get another Game Gear. What are the 5 most wanted games this fall? And I'm going to have to go with Modern Warfare 2, Assassin's Creed 2, Batman Arkham Asylum, and that Capcom vs. whatever game. That game looks pretty sweet. Choice85, another one of my favorites, man. He got great videos. Go check him out. He asked top 10 games of all time. And it has to be Mario Bros. 3, Mario Bros. World, Mario Bros. Super 64, sorry, Mario Kart, Mortal Kombat 2, that's 5, Pac-Man, because I played Pac-Man forever, Street Fighter 2, Streets of Rage 2, Grand Theft Auto 3. There you go. He also asked, how do you like the direction of gaming with the downloadable stuff? To be honest with you guys, I'm not a big fan. Being a collector, I like owning the actual boxes and manuals and stuff. But with the PSP Go, I do believe I'm going to purchase it just from a collector standpoint. But like the downloadable stuff, I just hope that's not the future, and it looks like it's going to be that way. And to be honest with you guys, I'm not too happy about that. And if I could see 3 sequels to 3 games, rather, which would they be? I don't know if you want to consider them sequels or not, because some of them, this Luigi's Mansion deserves a sequel. The ending of the story doesn't really need one, but I would love to see a sequel. Killer Instinct, because that's an awesome fighter series. They need to bring it back. And they should revamp Zombies Ate My Neighbors. That would be sweet. Okay, PS3 Gamer 303 ask, hold on, let me just go down here. What is my first gaming system? Very first gaming system, you guys remember, is my Game Boy. But my actual first console was the N64, because the NES, the Genesis, and the PS1 were all owned by my brother. They weren't mine. Okay, my favorite video game company, Nintendo. Favorite franchise, Mario and Mortal Kombat. And what is my best gaming experience of all time? My dad was an older dad, so he didn't really like video games or whatnot. But one year for Christmas, I talked him into playing Crimson Skies with me, and I felt bad I was going to let him win, but he actually kicked my ass in it. So it was really awesome for an old head to beat me, and that was pretty fun. It was a great time. And Twilight Halo asked, another one of my favorites, Twilight Halo. If I can make a game like Super Smash Brothers for the Xbox and the PS3, who would I choose and why? So for the PS3, I would go with Cole from Infamous, Sackboy from Little Big Planet, Ratchet and Clank would be cool. Kratos, of course, Kratos. I should have been like the first person I said. And Drake from Drake's Fortune. Microsoft, Master Chief, the dude from Psychonauts, that little dude, I forget his name, but he'd be funny to fight. Sam Fisher, and all the dudes for Brute Force would be cool, because I love Brute Force. That's an underrated game. Gamer Pigeon, another one from across seas, man. His shoot 'em up videos, I'm loving them. Keep them up, dude. They're great videos, and you got to keep doing them. So, what's the single most game you played the most out of your whole life? Would have to go to Pac-Man. I played Pac-Man. Everybody's played Pac-Man, but I mean, I've played hours on Pac-Man. Most expensive game you would like to own if you had money? Panzer Dragoon Saga. Same, but with the system. TurboGrafx Duo. Favorite shoot 'em up? Ikaruga. Most regretful purchase ever made? I don't really have one. All games are good in a way, same as all systems. Favorite cartoon / anime? Well, my favorite anime is Dragon Ball Z, and I haven't seen it in a while. I wasn't a fan of Dragon Ball GT. I just thought they dropped the ball with that. You guys are probably gonna disagree, but that's when I stopped watching it, as soon as they switched to the GT. The original Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z was awesome. Bold new tradition. Have you ever been pissed to a point to break anything? Yes. I broke my PS2 controller once playing against my sister's ex-boyfriend in Madden 05. I know it sounds crazy, but we had a tournament and I kicked his ass and I won money. So he wanted a rematch one day, and this was like weeks later, so we play, and we threw like 25, I think, on the game. And we went into double overtime, and the bastard beat me by a field goal. I threw my controller against my bureau, it broke, so I took it outside and smashed it to 1,000 pieces. I don't know why I did it, I did. And when I first got my PS2, I had this memory card that you had to load up with a disc, and it snapped on me, so I destroyed that whole thing. So yes, I did break stuff. I regret it. They were the only 2 things. Hold on, let me check the time. Okay, we're kind of running out of time here. So, yeah. Nathan's Gaming. 3 games I want to add to my collection: Panzer Dragoon, Rival Schools Project Justice, J-Star 6720. What do I think about Penn State's 2009 to 2010 season? I really don't know, man. I haven't been keeping up with Penn State. I just kind of stick with the Eagles and the Phillies for right now. And I am a Penn State fan. It's just, you know, between gaming and working 2 jobs now, I'm not going to be able to keep up with them. And, yeah, so that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed the spin, and expect another video up soon. Thanks.